Welcome, members, to the Metropolitan Podcast. I hope we're all having a better July 4th than Jason, Pierre, Paul on this holiday. I'm with some special guests, Hunter and Tyler. Unfortunately, the dinosaur, Rex, will not be with us. He had a very serious surgery, heart surgery, so thoughts, prayers, all the support goes out to him. Make sure that that we have him in our thoughts and prayers, basically. He'll be back soon enough, but for now, we have to stick with these two idiots. So, Hunter, what is your favorite July 4th kind of food, I would say?
It's obviously a hamburger. You got a hamburger. It's cooked medium rare. Mayonnaise, ketchup, tomato, pickles. Send it.
And Tyler, what's your least favorite thing about July 4th? The ice cream propaganda is getting to us as a nation. I bet so. I bet there's. I bet you're sitting there in the back seat, cleaning up all the back seat in the house, everywhere. It's just sticky on the floors. Yeah, I could see that. That's why me and Hunter managed to not have children to this point. So, anyways, we'll get into the game. And the Mets finally win a series for the first time in a long time. I believe we lost 15 over our last 18. Yeah, pretty good team, pretty good series. Didn't start off that great. How were we feeling after that first game?
I'm excited. It's finally good to see him play a little good baseball. And now Tyler's just interrupting me, and we're just gonna keep talking over this. This was a great start. Go ahead, Tyler. Okay.
Collins. He was too tired. He had the 4 hits, They couldn't leave him in. There's no way. You know what?
Yeah, I think Yelich was
Love
sitting
Pat
at
Murphy.
1,200 OPS his past few games, and
Yeah.
Pat Murphy's just, let's give him a break.
We love Pat Murphy. Pat Murphy's our favorite manager. I mean, he almost blew a top off at the end of the game, this most recent game, whenever the call got overturned on the caught stealing. Luis Torrens was able to, and we'll go into that a little bit more, but Diaz finally got another caught stealing. Maybe not finally. He's starting to get some. I think with better catchers, it kind of helps. But yeah, let's. Yes. I think our catchers have gotten so much better. Torrens, Senger, and Alvarez have improved, and our catching position in general has gotten a lot better defensively, I feel like, than in the past years. All right, so let's go into what happened in game 1. So Game 1, we have Clay Holmes on the mound, and right to start off with, like what we were talking about, Frelick just jumps on it, and it looks like the Mets are just going to do it again, and this series was just going to be another flop. Vibes were down, everyone was down, fans were down, players seemed down, and then it seemed like we were starting to do something different. I think, in my opinion, I think Mendoza went over to the players and was talking about, we need to do the little things right in these series. We are way too talented to do the little things wrong and lose these close games. Because, I mean, the hit and run with Torrens, for example, Soto stealing for second to try to get in the scoring position later on in the game, I think those are very important kind of details that we need to do more of as a team. And I love that we're starting to do that.
Right.
Go ahead.
You talk about doing the little things right. You sit here and look at, some of the standings. You look at the Cubs. The Cubs are 24-9 against teams that are under 500. Whereas the Mets, who are a similar-ish record, right? We're 25-19 against teams that are under 500. So you can't put these teams away that are under 500 that should be easy money to at least win in the series. And going back to the Pirates, they've just kind of struggled against teams that are inferior.
And when it comes to these closer games, usually you can rely. It's the main focus of winning. If you see the best teams in close games, it's usually the bullpen. Usually see the bullpen doing really well. But the second most important thing is making sure we're doing small ball baseball. Like we need to make sure we're playing well defensively. We need to make sure we're getting on base. Make sure we're stealing when we need to. Make sure we're catch a guy stealing as well. Doing those little things better than the other team in these close games is very, very important. And I feel like we're starting to get back to that. And we kind of saw that with the first game, even though it didn't work out well. I mean, we go into the sixth, we have the lead, and Reed Garrett just melts down. If you looked at his pitching matrix, his splitter was not working. He had no whiffs on it. He only had one strike. It seems like the players, I don't know if it didn't seem like his stats were down from like a spin rate perspective, but maybe he's having a tell out there for his splitter. I'm not really sure. But either way, he's got to get his splitter working in order for Garrett to be a good reliever. When he worked with Hefner last year, or maybe the year before that, it seemed like he wasn't really using his splitter as much. Once he started using his splitter, he became a lot better reliever. So he's a pitcher that relies on that pitch. What do you think about that?
Who?
That's a hot take.
Reed Garrett? Wow. Does Reed Garrett even have an option? Hmm.
Get rid of him. He let 5 runs. He's done. Yeah. Yeah. But who are we going to bring in for Reed Garrett is also a question because it doesn't seem like any of these relievers really have any stuff, at least the past week. I mean, later on when we go over the next games, I'll talk about Stanek a little bit. He looks pretty good. Obviously, we have Diaz. Daniel Nunez looks okay. Maybe, hopefully, he's getting back to what he was last year at the beginning of the season. But I don't know. Reed Garrett's like ceiling is so high. I don't know if you can just get rid of him, at least in my opinion. Oh, really? I didn't realize that. Who is this? Zach Pops. Okay. All right. Well, we'll see how he does.
No, that's
I'm
not. That's not.
glad we're signing for these guys that look like they have a lot of stuff that look lost. Hefner does well with them, typically, at least. Zach Pop. Okay. I actually had no. I'm not. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I had no idea this guy existed until like moments ago. But it does look like he has good stuff based on a quick Google search of him. Yeah, he got moved. That's what it says. Yeah, and I mean, he went to the Blue Jays, had a 1.89 ERA. I mean, you have to have some good stuff going there. Although people are hitting 370 against him this year with Seattle, but like you said, if you have these guys that could come in there with previous experience and previous pop, I guess you'd say, then it could work out.
Mhm.
Anyways, so
Yeah, and even
what
bringing in a
relievers should we
guy
go
to
get
just
possibly?
get some relief.
Good. Brother.
Is this any better?
That's better, yes.
Is this any better? The connection here is not great.
Just wait 5 seconds after we talk.
I start talking and then I think I'm delayed because my connection is struggling.
That's probably
Yeah.
due to I haven't had this problem with Rex, so I don't know. Maybe you're just acting like there's a
Well,
connection problem. I
I
don't
think
know.
it's Tyler. Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm the new
Now you're
guy. I get
okay.
any excuse in the book until I don't. It's better
Yeah.
now? Okay, cool. Well, have fun editing this.
I will have a great time. I'll have a grand time. So, what relievers on the market do you like? Anybody? Anybody? I
Not
like.
me. I can't
Well, I'll go
talk.
ahead and start. I summon you. I choose you. Okay. Can you raise your hand, please? Okay. There you go. You talk. Okay. Okay. Bednar. I like Bednar from the Pirates. Reliever of the month. And also, the Pirates seem to be looking to get rid of anyone that's not named Paul Skeens. Let's go get David Bednar. Yeah. Well, you're not intelligent most of the time anyway, so.
Tyler, do you want to roll this Chapman? He really seemed to enjoy the New York market last year. I mean, what could possibly go wrong with the guy who's got the best head on his shoulders in New York, and he gets his
Yeah.
closer position taken away by a superior player?
Yeah, let's
He'll be
get
great.
Chapman
He's
going
gonna
into
love it.
Diaz at the eighth and ninth.
Yeah. What could possibly go wrong? I mean, you couldn't possibly have two infected legs from a tattoo you got during the regular season. I mean, players, I'm sure he learned his lesson.
We hope so. Actually, we don't hope so.
Look good, feel good.
Play good.
It's about his self confidence before the game when he's wearing shorts, Tyler. I mean, yeah. I mean, you look at Reed Garrett, who lost it. Send him down to AAA, let him strike out some poor 23, 22-year-old child, and
Yeah,
then bring him back up.
you're right. You're right. Give him a couple chains, and he has that confidence coming back up. I mean, then he's got it. Okay, so that was a complete blow up though by Reed Garrett. We bring in Wofford into the game, and then he obviously got brought back down. We just had the doubleheader, so we just kind of put a pitcher in there basically at the end to eat up some innings. Just seemed like we hadn't played in a while as well. They looked rusty, but it easily could have been mistaken for being cold because, like I said, 15 of your last 18. I guess that would have made it 16 of your last 19 you lost. So, um, and then the second game, it felt like we finally put that bear off our back and just finally hit somebody. Jacob Mizrowski looks really good. The 3 starts he had as a rookie was I think it was the rookie of the month last year for the National League. And did you see his reaction to getting Pete out in the first inning? Did anybody see this? Okay, so he looked like he
No.
had made the biggest out in the playoffs whenever he got Pete out in the first inning with like a guy on first. Soto was on first, and I was like, man, this guy's a little too cocky for doing this. And like, I don't know, if you have that good of stuff, you don't have to be showing out as much as you have. And then it kind of showed later in the game. I think his fastball ticked down a couple notches through the whole game. I think he got a little bit too into his own head, but facing the Mets, facing Juan Soto, and all these big guys in the lineup. Yeah, we shouldn't have fun. Baseball's not a fun sport. There should be all seriousness. Except
Uh,
you can wear a ton of chains and look confident and have tattoos on your legs. We're okay with that. That's
yes,
acceptable for
we're
our
fine with
podcast.
that.
Yes. Prior to the game.
Have as much fun as you want prior to the game. And you come stumbling on the
Yeah.
mound.
We have to get rid of those tattoos as soon
Take
as
care
the
of
game
business.
starts, though.
And no,
Okay,
the
so
Mets, going back to it, the
Mizrowski
Mets
didn't
can get up
he,
for a lot of these.
good.
Is this thing doing it again?
You're fine. Go ahead.
Okay. Sorry. The Mets get up for some of these big games. They've got the best winning percentage against over 500 teams in the league. And you start talking about the Brewers against Borowski at home, which we've been playing well at home. It was just a game the Mets seemed to get up for.
Yeah. I mean, it felt really good being at home again, too. Honestly, it felt like the worst thing in the world to face the Pirates on a cold streak going into Pittsburgh. We never play well against the Pirates. They're hot. Even though they're not great of a team, they're hot. And so when you have everything mixing together with us being cold, them being hot, going into Pittsburgh, us never playing well there, I feel like it was just bound to be a disaster. It felt good playing a team that had their head on their shoulders coming into Citi Field, so you can get a little bit more confidence because the Brewers aren't that. I wouldn't say they're like a top tier team, but they're definitely a playoff team. So if you can win against them, it gives you that confidence right back.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go into this game a little bit more. Lindor goes yard, well hit. Nemo hit the bases loaded home run before that, and it felt like we kind of got lucky with that, actually, because Senger, I don't know if you saw this, but Senger hits the mound, misdirecting it with 2 outs, forcing the shortstop Ortiz to eat it, gets the bases loaded for Nemo, and then we all know what happens from there. Nemo hits the home run. Nemo's been hot. It's been great. Lindor goes back-to-back. He goes yard. Yes, I have that later on. Yes, and that was just the thing for the series. We kept doing different lineup change. I mean, you had Marte hitting first or second last night. Leadoff. He's leading off last night. I mean, he did well. I mean, I guess he 2 for 4, but yeah, I mean, Lindor hitting second feels a little odd, but maybe we shouldn't be thinking we're the 2024 Mets. We're the 2025 Mets now. So maybe that kind of shift in our mindset to understand that we are a new team and we are the dogs. Maybe that helps them. And I think Nemo does well leading off historically anyways, too. So I didn't think it was a bad move.
Yeah, did Lindor, did he play? He DH'd the second game, right?
Lindor DH the second game. Yeah, Ronnie Mauricio plays shortstop, which he can. He's not that great at it. He's not too athletic, but he's a guy to put in there if you need an off like Lindor to play DH. I mean, I think he's still recovering from his
Yeah, I
toe,
mean,
to be honest.
if you're looking at Lindor's batting stats by defensive position, it's only 9 at bats, but he's got a 1.556 OPS when he's batting DH compared to a 760 OPS batting in any other position. So I'd wonder with the age, also with the toe issue, and with any other wear and tear, whether or not it'd be helpful for Lindor just to get a few days off his feet, play DH, let Mauricio get a couple reps there because he's perfectly competent
Yeah,
over at the shortstop position. But if you get a guy out
yeah,
who's aging out of just a break, just to blow a few days to rest and recharge a little bit, I hope that would get him going a little bit more at the plate.
yeah. I hope so too. It seemed like it got him going, and like you said, I mean, when you're recovering from an injury, I mean, just focusing on one thing at a time, focusing on his hitting. That's probably more important than him focusing on his defense, although it's still important to focus on defense with where he is specifically in the lineup and who he is for his team. Like, I wonder what the sample size is of that. I don't know how many times he's played DH for us this year. It couldn't have been more, but still, either way, he's playing DH and doing well.
Yeah, he's
Let's
only got nine
see.
plate
So,
appearances as a DH.
okay. Well, still, I mean, he's doing well as a DH. So, I mean, keep him going there. Also, he's an all-star. He's an all-star starter for the first time with the New York Mets, which is pretty interesting. Or in general, the first time he's a starter. Yeah, it is about time. Completely agree. He's only like a Hall of Fame player and was told he was overrated. Yeah. He hasn't been an all-star starter his whole entire career. It's like that's insane because you can't really he's done so much in the past 10 years. I mean, he almost won a World Series for the Indians at the time. And then he last year, I mean, he put the team I would say he put the team on his back, but he led the team to the NLCS. And we went to game 6 against the Dodgers. Like he's had a storybook career. And the first time he gets to be a starter at shortstop. So pretty amazing. Good for Francisco Lindor. Bad on everybody for not making him a starter earlier. So I blame you, the fans, except for the people that listen to this podcast. which at this point is like 10 of you.
What
So
about the
thank you.
ones who were on the podcast?
Say that again, Hunter.
So what about the ones who were on the podcast?
Yeah, except for
Can
the
you hear
ones who
me?
listen to this podcast. You guys are amazing. Yes, you just are delayed. I think Tyler's using up all the bandwidth of this podcast. We can hear
It
him going
probably
through
is.
traffic. He's probably going like 90 going home. Yeah, yeah. Shout out to Subway. If we could get Subway to become an add on this podcast, I think we'd take that, you know. What? Yeah. I mean, we could be the new spokespeople. We'd probably be better than Jared. So,
Not that hard to be better than Jerry.
yeah. Yeah, we don't have much too many big shoes to fill there for Jared. Anyways,
Moving
but
along.
let's go back into it. Yeah, moving along. Churio, Yelich go back to back. Tidwell did amazing. Tidwell has this thing where he it seems like does well with when he doesn't have any chaos on the bases or anything. I think it's something he has to get over just as a young pitcher in the major leagues. He actually has pretty good stuff. I actually kind of like Tidwell. I think he could turn out to be a pretty decent pitcher for us or somebody else going forward. Um, I do have a theory. I think we brought up Tidwell simply for trade bait. Like we're trying to get somebody and show that, hey, look at this guy. This guy's pretty good. What do you think of that? I think he's 22, 23. Let me look it up. Like, yeah, but go ahead. 24. Yeah, that would be nice. That would be really nice if we could get some of those guys into the bullpen. Although some of these starters have to go deeper in games. There's only been one other start where a starter has gone deeper than 6 innings in a game other than David Peterson. Peterson's the only one who seems to be eating up innings at this point. But I do think we also just need an ace in general. So it's like a catch 22 there. Do you want to get a guy who can. Yeah, Senga should be back. But he hasn't gone that deep into games either. He's been going pretty far into games, but he hasn't been going that deep. But it's because he keeps battling these injuries. Yeah, he's for sure our number one. Yeah, agreed. I agree. I just hopefully he stays healthy and he's able to do that. It's hard to win games that way, even if you have a good bullpen, which lately we haven't been.
Yeah, when you're asking them to do that much, they're just gonna struggle. I mean, you can't ask that many innings out of your bullpen and expect them to show up and pitch every other day for weeks at a time and pitch well. And even going back to what we're looking at trade deadline wise, I mean look at the expectations that were on the team on the pitching staff specifically in the beginning of the year. They knew this
Yeah.
was going to be kind of a struggle with the pitching staff, and thank goodness David Stern has decided to play the quantity game instead of the quality game. Because if we throw
Yes.
all of our money at one of these high end starting pitchers and they went down, I mean, you thought 15 people are on the IL for the Mets leading the league.
Yeah.
And
Could you
I
imagine
mean,
if we
who
did
who would
another
be
Justin
pitching
Verlander,
if
Max
they
Scherzer
didn't
type thing?
have this many arms? Yeah, who would be pitching? I mean, we're you don't have this many starting pitchers drop, and you still have four pretty darn good options at that can feasibly win you a game, especially with the bats that we have in the lineup.
for sure. Yeah, and I've been yes, Jonathan, amazing prospect. He throws 101, 100. I think he may have gotten up to 102 on our prospect report. Also, I don't know if you saw this. We're gonna bounce around a bit. This is how we do it. But Alvarez hit his a home run in his third straight game with his old batting stance, which I thought was interesting. I don't know if that's a slight to Eric Chavez or not, but
Shocking. I think it definitely is. It's hey.
you need a new voice, especially when you're as talented as these guys are. I mean, and they're not hitting. Yeah. It's 100% on Eric Chavez.
Yeah. Yeah, let's
0%
get
on the
him.
players.
Get your pitchforks. We're going to City Field.
get your get if you can't find a pitchfork, get
But
your
I mean, even if
forks,
you're
put
looking
them
at
on
what
fire.
Eric Chavez, even if you're
He
looking at
looks
what
so
Eric
annoying.
Chavez is doing here, I mean, the amount of times that Francisco Alvarez is trying to go the other way when he's a 5'11" muscle hamster.
Yeah.
It's just no.
Yeah.
Take daddy hacks and hit the ball out of the park. And if you strike out, and you're in the 8 or 9 hole. Who cares? And if you hit a home
It
run,
was
let's get it. And win. It can win us a game if we get that kind of production out of the back half of the lineup.
he was the number one prospect. He was in a class with Kyle Raleigh, and look what Kyle Raleigh's doing. I mean, it's not like he wasn't hitting in the minors coming up. I don't know. I'm not saying he could be Kyle Raleigh, but I feel like he could be a lot better than he has been. But anyways, let's yeah. I mean, I don't last few games before he got sent down, he was pretty bad too. But I understand. Cal Raleigh's I mean, they're just putting him at catcher because it's a premium position too. I agree with you.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, let's go into this. So Churio, Yelich go back to back, Tidwell, Brazaban, and then we end up finishing the game. It was great. Felt like we finally, got the grill off the back, 7-3 win. Brazaban starts the next game, and with a lot of our guys hurt, a lot of guys being sent down going into this game and sent back up. I think it was smart. We had a lot of relievers that were rested and ready after 2 games off. Honestly, all the relievers look good. Ryan Stanek is back, in my opinion. He's got the slider working, which is not something we've seen from Stanek very often, the sweeper. But that's Hefner's thing, honestly. It's just getting guys to learn that sweeper and use it effectively. I like what Mendoza did, despite Stanek's stuff in the 8th inning. I'll hop around just pitching-wise. But whenever we brought Stanek in, it was in the 8th inning. He got 2 outs. Stanek ends up getting some guys on base. We brought in Diaz with 2 outs. I thought that was the right move.
Yep.
Yeah. A lot of stuff he can use in that hair. A lot of stuff he can hide. I hope no umpires are listening to this. Anyways, so Diaz comes in, and then he got the job done. Like we talked about earlier. I'll go into the hitting. I'm bouncing around quite a bit, but that's fine. Diaz gets in the 9th inning. We're up 3-2, and there's a guy on first. Yelich is on first specifically, and Yelich tries to steal. Diaz getting better with the caught stealing, but I think it's more to do with the catchers like we were talking about. Terren's amazing throw. Amazing catch and tag by Lindor as well. I mean, you could not have asked for a better scenario in that case. Yelich is called safe. It's reviewed and controversially overturned, which we of course agree with. It was definitely an overturn, right, guys? I think we can agree it was out. Was off it. He could not believe it. If you were listening to him in general, he was like, why are people fielding with one hand? And then Steve Gilch just like stirs the pot. He's like, well, Lindor his whole life did not field with 2 hands. Keith's like, I can't believe it. That was great. And yeah, honestly, we've been getting a lot of calls our way. Actually, they've been going the right way. MLB's been doing a great job. So I gotta give props to them. So, anyways, so
Checks
Diaz
in the
gets the
mail.
next guy out, strikeout, boom, Mets win. During the hitting in the game, Lindor gets another clutch hit in the ninth. Felt like it was needed. He looks so good and so smooth after these past 2 games. I can't wait to see Lindor and Soto hot at the same time. No, you don't care. Yeah, it'll be great if just the optics of seeing it, just the optics of Lindor and Soto getting hot at the same time. It will just it's just going to be so much fun to watch. This team is so much fun to watch whenever everyone's hitting. I know we've been winning, but honestly, our hitting hasn't been as good as it can be. We haven't hit our ceiling yet, which will be really, really just a ton of fun to watch. I think Diaz is maybe back to 2022 Diaz. He's just good. He has more control, I think, than ever. His fastball isn't as fast as he used to be. His slider is still moving, and it works. He doesn't need the 101, 102 mile per hour fastball when it works. And he only has one blown save this year. You know, I'm feeling good about Diaz. I don't know about you guys.
Yep.
How about John Franco or Billy Wagner? We also had Francisco Jerry's Familia, Armando
Big Benitez
Benitez.
guy over
I
there.
honestly may have forgotten about him. I just I always picture him in a Giants uniform and being basically the cologne of those days, whereas was not fit whatsoever. uh, anyways,
Tyler loves Benitez
the
just as much as he
Armando
hates ice cream.
Benitez of the Mets is Edwin Diaz. Nemo hit a home run as a line drive. He's starting to get it going. So got RBI. And Peterson dogged that one out, honestly.
Peterson?
Yes,
Yes, I've
Peterson
got a
dogged
pretty
that one
bad
out.
delay over here, I think. I hope it's getting better. But yeah, Peterson looked good. I mean, Peterson is what he is. I mean, he's not this out of the world guy that's gonna be an ace. He's a middle rotation guy that's gonna get you innings, which is exactly what David
He's eating
Stearns wants.
innings.
Guys who can just eat innings and be able to
Yes,
show up every day and,
agreed.
and be consistent. And that's what Peterson. Every pitcher's going to have a little bit of inconsistency, right? But he's for overall this year he's been wonderful, and frankly he had been better than he really should have been, just from a statistical standpoint. It just regressed a little bit, but no, still having a good year,
Yeah,
still going strong. I'm really happy with what David Peterson's given the Mets.
yeah, I am too. I am worried about a little bit of regression still because his last few starts, even though his numbers haven't looked as bad as they have been. I mean, he's still let up 5 hits, 3 walks. But he does go 6.2. Like that's very important for this team. He's an important asset for us to have. And honestly, the best ability is availability, and Peterson's been available and able to pitch those innings. So it's been great. Like, love that we have David Peterson. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I don't know if we've. I'm sure they've said something about it. McGill. Let me look it up.
Well, keep talking, Trevor.
Montas is back, and Minaya I think will be back soon. He's on the 15-day for Tyler McGill. I don't know what the update is though. It is interesting. Is on the 15-day because it's an elbow sprain too.
It's expected 4 or
He's
5
expected to
weeks
miss a little over a month.
from when he got put on.
Okay. But Minaya should be back soon. He had a little bit of a hiccup in his other rehab start, but it sounds like it was truly a hiccup, and it's didn't sound like it was anything too crazy. So I think we'll have one more start and then come up is basically what I have gotten at least,
Yep. So
which will be
Trevor, it's
very
it's the
important.
4th of July. Who could the MLB have scheduled for the Mets?
I'm sorry, you're gonna have to say that one again.
Trevor, it's the 4th of July. Who could the MLB have scheduled for the Mets?
Well, we got the New York Yankees going today at 3 o'clock, which would be very interesting. We have, I don't even know if we have our pitcher announced, but
Doesn't matter.
the Yankees are pitching Stroman, so familiar face again. Then I believe the next day is Frankie Montas versus Rodon, and then the next day I think the Yankees have Max Fried, and we have another TBD. So we'll see. We'll see who starts. I'm not really sure what's going to go on, honestly. I hope we don't
We've
have another
got we've
reliever
got
day.
Justin Hageman going today.
We have Hagenman. Oh, okay. So probably you don't know Hagenman?
Don't worry about it.
Doug Heffernan?
He's got a 1.5 ERA, Tyler. Don't ask how many innings he pitched.
Yeah, you should. I want to see Doug Heffernan, the King of Queens. Quite literally, he could be the King of Queens if he pitches. Yeah. Hunter was talking, and his face looks like we interrupted him. So go ahead.
No, you didn't, but I can speak. It's time to get belligerent. No more reasonable takes. No more statistics. It's time to show up and kill the Yankees.
No, no.
Mm-hmm.
The Yankees are behind us, guys. We need to stop.
Yelling at
The
that TV
Yankees,
screen.
they're taking up too much bandwidth in our head. We need to they're gone. They're out of our minds. We need to just win, and then we just need to forget about them because we're the kings of New York. We're the king of Queens.
We don't need to win.
We're not just the king of
We
Queens.
need to murder
We are the
them.
king of New York. They are. Yes, and their bullpen has looked absolutely. If you think the Mets bullpen looked bad, I mean their bullpen has looked atrocious, and they have not been hitting. Whenever the Yankees bottom of their lineup is not hitting, they always struggled. Even going back to last year, Volpe's not doing well right now, and they have some other guys I can't think of off the top of my head, but yeah, I mean it's gonna happen, I guess, to any team. But it seems like the Yankees floor is way lower, I think, than most MLB teams' floor. But their ceiling is super high. I'll give that to them. But again, they're still behind the Mets, so we don't even think about them. Yeah. You only got superhuman. Oh yeah. I mean, they have Dominguez, so Dominguez is better than Juan Soto. That's what the Yankees fans have told us. So he plays right field. But Dominguez is better than Juan Soto because
So
I don't know if
the
you've heard that,
superhuman
but
playing right
Dominguez is a
field
lot
is
better.
actually Juan Soto.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a Mickey Mouse stadium. All he has to do is hit 290 feet to the right field pole, and he'll get a home run.
Well, they're at City.
Yeah. Oh, they're at City? Oh,
They're
because
at
we're
City.
better. They wanted the 4th of July at City Field because we had the better fireworks, the better light shows. Everyone wants to go there. Even the casuals want to come to City Field rather than Yankee Stadium. That corporate mess.
I'm sure it was not related to them pulling people away from the city for the parade.
Yeah. No, the Mets just have the better stadium for sure.
Yes. I mean, they do, but
There is no reasons. It's just they like the Mets better because the Mets are better now.
yes.
We don't even think about the Yankees.
I was
Other than
just
when we
saying a
play
reason
them.
it wasn't for.
I hope you're not infiltrating our podcast as a Yankees fan. That's what I'm hoping you're not doing.
No. No, I'm
Okay.
not. Don't worry.
Just making sure. We have to always check. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. Okay, so let's do some
Wow.
fun stuff.
Thanks.
All right, you ready to do some fantasy baseball? Rex absolutely killed me this last game. For those of you,
No. but I will be.
All right, so let's go into some fantasy.
Go ahead.
We're in a three-way. I don't even know how we do a three-way. Each gets 6 players. Yeah, but we did positions last time. Okay, we could just do. I mean, I guess that's fine.
Why don't we do?
Who's filling in for
we
Rex?
do
Tyler or Hunter?
an outfielder, an infielder, and anyone.
Okay. We both are. Well, I'm talking about who's picking first more so than anything. Let me look up the Yankees. Yeah, because I'll go last since I lost. That's fine.
So what are
you
we
and
doing?
Hunter do rock, paper, scissors or something.
I'll flip a coin.
We'll do the
We
three-way.
won.
That's fine. And we'll each pick 6 players. We'll have 6 players each since there's 9 guys in the lineup. It's 9, obviously, and for both teams are 18. 18 divided by 6. 18 divided by 3
And
is 6.
Tyler and I are picking for Rex.
Yes. So Rex doesn't have a team. Is what Tyler
positions do I have
decided.
to pick? Anyone?
No positions. Forget the utility role.
No positions. Okay. All right. First, 6 position players. Okay.
6
All right.
position
So my
players.
first pick is going to be Juan Soto.
Ooh.
Obviously.
Juan Soto goes first to Hunter. Okay. And we'll do Serpentine draft.
No.
All right. Well, you guys put me in a great position, I got to say.
Because you're going to pick.
All right. I'm going to pick Judge and Alonso.
Wait. Whoa. Back up. You might want to switch your picks around. Let's put Judge in the second round.
You're right.
Give him the respect he deserves.
All right. You're right. Way to check me. We got to check ourselves.
So who are you going to pick first?
Alonso is my first round pick because we don't think about the Yankees until the second round. So Judge.
There's nobody else you could pick. It has to be Alonso there.
I don't want to pick Judge, but if you're going to give me,
then don't.
No,
nobody's going to make you.
I'm not going to. Okay. Well, that's okay. I guess I'll have to take. Like, who else am I going to take?
If you don't pick.
Who am I? Who are
Yes.
you? That's a
You're
deep
Tyler.
question. I'm sure I'm going to have all Yankees. This is great, guys.
All right. And for this series, I think I'm going to go with Jeff McNeil, Tyler's favorite player. Load up on the hits. And it's really tough here. Not sure who to pick.
All right, just say which Yankee. Just say which Yankee
go with
you got.
Give me Brett Beatty. Big Brett Beatty guy over. Brett
You guys suck.
Beatty.
You guys suck. I can't even feel good about my win if I have.
He's going to get in the lineup most days, facing against him. Well, maybe not against Fried, but we'll see.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, I know. They're not a very well-known team. Stanton. They got Stanton. They got Ben Rice. They have Cody Bellinger, Jason Dominguez, Trent Grisham, Anthony Volpe, LeMay. I don't know is LeMahieu out? Does anybody know that? I think LeMay is playing. Okay, and then they also have. So we'll see about LeMahieu later. Dominguez. Okay. Let me write that down. All right, and I will go ahead and I'll be the one to take Stanton. I'm going big. I'm going big on home runs. I got Alonso, Judge, and Stanton. And then You know what? I'm feeling a big shift coming on. Give me Vientos.
Mmm.
Give me Vientos. I'm going high star power here. Don't know how well we'll do, but and
Oh
then
crap.
Tyler, LeMahieu, Peraza, or Chisholm and LeMahieu both play second or third. Just depends. Paul Goldschmidt, Chisholm's out. I'm just looking at their. Well, Goldschmidt was playing. He just hasn't been hitting well. Game log. Oh, wow. They give me fantasy points on here. That's great. Okay. Yeah, he's not hurt. He's
My
playing
turn?
July 2nd. Goldschmidt. Yes, let me write this down.
All right. I get 2 picks.
You get 2 picks.
I'll take Larice Torn.
Jeez.
You mean guys gonna get in there every day? And then I'll got the lefties. That's one thing I did not realize. I forgot Carlos Rodon was going tomorrow. So I guess I'll just go with Ronnie Mauricio.
You go what? Sorry.
Ronnie Mauricio.
All right. Mauricio. You really just Ben Rice, okay? We're always gonna pick. I wanted Rice. Yeah, this is completely unbiased, guys. Completely
I
unbiased.
picked the best player available.
Yeah, we have to. That's what we do. It's a base take. I think I'll go JC Escara. Or should I go Austin Wells? Okay. I think I'll go. I don't want to go their catcher. I don't want to do their catcher. Let's get away from their catchers. I guess I'll go Volpe. I mean, considering. Well, I guess we could. And then I got another one. And then I'll take Marte. I think we have one left-hander we're facing.
Good pick. We're facing 2 left-handers. I said it and didn't even think to take Marte.
Yeah. So who else we got?
Wait, hold on.
So how many picks do we have left?
Nobody. Just we're facing 2 left-handers, so pick Tyrone Taylor.
LeMahieu's still there. Let me make sure he's. I was checking if he's still playing that. I remember Marte. Starting
Got
Marte.
Tyrone Taylor.
All right, game log. Yeah, you could go Taylor. LeMahieu's still playing, so you could definitely take LeMahieu. Yes.
Oh my God.
Stupid pick. All right, who are you taking? Last pick, Hunter.
Oh, it's mine? I get another pick?
You have the last pick, the very last pick, I believe.
Well, you've got Jankowski there. I think I'll just go with Tyrone Taylor.
All right. So Hunter went all Mets. All right. So here's the teams, and we'll check this out. So right now, Rex is 1-1
Tyler's
series.
gone.
Tyler's gone.
It's fine.
He left.
He didn't need to be here. He picked his picks. He's gone.
All right. So let's see what each team is. All right. So I think it's you picked first, right? So you have Juan Soto. You have McNeil, Beatty, Luis Torrens, Ronnie Mauricio, and Tyrone Taylor. Does that sound right?
Yep, sounds right.
All right. Tyler got Lindor, Nimmo, Dominguez, Goldschmidt, Ben Rice, and DJ LeMahieu. Sound right? He's here somewhere. I know. I can see he's here.
I wanted Hayden Singer.
Please give me Francisco Alvarez. Okay. And then I got Alonso, Judge, Stanton, Vientos, Volpe, and Starling Marte. I like my team a lot. I think I'll stick with my team. I think we got that in the bag. All right, you got anything to close us out with? What do you think about the series coming up? What do you think is going to truly happen? What's your analysis? Because I'm worried a little bit.
I think
truly.
the Mets. I think. You go ahead, Trevor. Tell us what you think is going to happen.
Yeah, so I'm very worried that we have Holdenman on the mound, and then we have Montas, who hasn't been. I mean, he's been okay, I guess. He had that one good start, and then he had the bad start. So, and then I'm not sure what we're doing for the third game. So I'm kind of worried. I'm a bit worried that we don't have enough starters. I think we win this series. I think we go 2 out of 3. I think our hitting's starting to do a lot better. The Yankees kind of suck right now, so I think we're in a better position than they are, and that's what it comes down to. Hopefully we can get the sweep on the 4th of July weekend. Also, happy belated Bobby Bonilla Day. We can't forget that.
Oh, yes. How many more years do we get to pay him?
Only 20, 30 something. Well, reminder that Bobby Bonilla got us David Wright, so. Bobby Bonilla, because we deferred his contract, we were able to sign Mike Hampton, and Mike Hampton became an unrestricted free agent, signed somewhere else, and with that compensation pick, we got guess who? David Wright. Just a decent third baseman. So maybe we shouldn't be so mad about Bobby Bonilla Day. Maybe it's a David Wright day.
Uncle Steve's got the money.
Yeah.
All right, so
Uncle
you've
Steve's
got a
helping us
split
out.
for the Yankees. Here, I'll give you mine. So I think today, July 4th, 3 p.m., 3:10 start time, we're going against Marcus Stroman. Pitching to Hagenman, there's going to be a little bit of a struggle probably with the pitching on the Mets side as well. I mean, obviously the Yankees side too. But I think the Mets will take the first one 12-0. Going in tomorrow, Saturday, 4:10 start time. A little bit later, guys. Going against Carlos Rodon on the left hand, and we're going to go with Frankie Montas again. I think Frankie Montas pitches a complete game shutout, and the Mets win this one 18-0. And finally, Sunday, 1:40 start time. Little matinee for us. We've got Fried going against TBD. This will be, I think they knock Fried out in the second inning, and they take a 8-run lead. I think the Yankees will score a run and start to come back in the 5th inning, and we'll step on the gas, and we'll win a reasonable 21-1 victory for the Mets with a clean sweep. And what is that?
Wait, we let up a run?
A 40 run differential on the series.
Not good enough. Well, that's
just what I think.
That's what you think? And that's all we can do. All we can do is predict. So who knows? If you get this 100% right, maybe we should go to Vegas. All right, I just wanted to thank you all very much for listening. This is the Metropolitan Podcast with... You say your name.
Me,
this is the part
Hunter. Sorry,
I'm Trevor.
nobody walked me through this.
I just assumed that you were listening.
No, I haven't listened to one yet. Sorry.
Well, I just wanted to thank you for
I'll get
listening.
right to it.
I appreciate the special guests that came on. Tyler, Hunter, thanks for stepping in. We'll continue the podcast going, and hopefully the dinosaur will be back soon. Our best wishes and our hope is for him. And again, let's go Mets. We'll see you guys.
Yep, let's go Reds. Praying for a speedy recovery, Rex.